Good afternoon, everybody. Steve,
Afternoon.
just there you go. I was gonna say just say afternoon, so I know that you're
Afternoon.
working. Good afternoon. Hopefully you can all hear us. This is the first time we've done a home stream in a little time.
It's a little time.
It is. I've realised as well they can see the game because this is just going to be our screen for this.
Fog. We're playing the fog mod where everything is permanent fog of war.
It's more that I have to. My mouse, it controls two computers now because I've got one keyboard and mouse for both, and I have to move it to the edge of the screen and press a button to move to the other computer. But when I do that, the camera just starts flying away for about however long. So I always boot back in with the camera in the left. Hello everyone, and welcome to a history hangout. So we've had 2 weeks of pretty intense streams. We had the community inbox stream, which was myself and Roger answering some kind of franchise level questions. That was a pretty big stream, really fun to do, really interesting to kind of get that kind of top level perspective. And then we had another Building Medieval 3 stream, which was very fun to do. I don't know about you, Steve, if you have looked at any of the coverage afterwards. If you take a shot every time someone saw the pocket ladders and said pocket ladders, you'd be dead.
Oh, I did. I played that game during the actual stream. And,
I was going to say, you're still drunk now.
I just got out of hospital this morning.
Oh, well, no one say pocket ladders then.
Yes, pocket ladders. It's the game is early development, guys. Yeah. Okay, there will not be pocket ladders unless you continuously say you don't want them.
And then it was Steve's life goal.
I will petition to have them put in. Okay.
Well,
I've also come up with another plan, by the way, for Med3. I just wanted to tell you, based on some feedback I had about someone who was really expensive. That's not the word I'm looking for. I'm losing my mind. Very excited about moats and ditches. I'm going to ask the devs to make it so that if you position the camera just right over a moat on a sunny day, you'll see my face reflected back up at you. Oh. I thought that might be a nice feature.
But do it as like a 1 in 1,000 chance of happening. So 1 in 1,000,000. So it happened to one person, and they'll try and tell their friends. I actually came back after that stream, and someone had made a city in the shape of my name.
Really?
After I'd said, "Oh, you can, make mods of your own name out of the walls," and one of the devs did it for me, which it does not look like a very defensible position.
Why have you not shared this with the community?
Maybe next stream.
Confidential. It's confidential secret.
My name is confidential. So we are here today. This is a history hangout. We'll be going for maybe an hour-ish, maybe a little over. Effectively, this is just going to be one of our. We wanted to start off something a bit more weekly, so that we can sit here. We can take any questions you guys have. We can have a chat. We can, I think, probably pretty poorly play Divide Et Imperia, because I've played it once, and I over Christmas break I played like 150 turns as Rhodes, and I loved it, and I was like, I'd love to play this on stream. But did I do? I mean, I did very well as Rhodes, but that's because I know that if I get a spear and I tell them to go into a spear wall, I'm probably going to win the battle. I don't know what these barbarians. I don't know how they play. I don't know what they do.
I'll just say, Josh, that I have just had a dev who's watching the stream.
Yep.
Thanks, Andrew.
I know exactly. Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was like, okay, so it's Andrew.
I'll just say thanks, Andrew. Yeah, I've got a screenshot of your name made out of walls, and I have to say it does look fantastic.
Yeah, it's not defensible though.
No, not very defensible. That's very true.
So yes, this is a mod I really like. I'm honestly not very good at it, but I thought what we could do is set ourselves a little goal, and it probably won't be just over this stream. We'll probably do it over a few, and that would be to take over this region, and then as these barbarians invade and take Rome. I think it's relatively reasonable. When I played as Greece, I never even touched Rome, so don't know how that's going to go for me. But
I always believe in you, Josh.
Thanks. See, my Rome 2 tendencies of just upgrade things because you can kick in here, and it's not always good to do that in this mod. For those of you who don't know, this mod, it adds, I'd say, just a ton of like realism depth to the game. So you're not just recruiting willy-nilly. You've got different classes of population to recruit from. which I think is something similar to what they've mentioned in the med stream. You've got building chains that feel very, very different to one another. You've got reforms and all of those kinds of good things. There's a link in the description, but if you want to check it out yourself, I'm sure we are so late to this party, Steve. Like, we are not.
Yeah.
And people aren't watching this going, I've never heard of this before. You know.
Yeah. No, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't think we've ever. Well, especially since we started streaming again, we've not streamed with a mod.
I had a chat with the. No, I had a chat with the mod team last night, actually, just to let them know, hey, anything that you recommend we do. They recommended we install it through them, but they were like, oh, if you've not played it before, here's a link to a guide. I was like, I've played 100 and so turns on roads, I'm fine. And I clicked on the guide, and I was like, oh, I didn't do half of this. These were not systems I interacted with very well. So, for example, the politics, you don't just want to rush your way to the top. You want to find the sweet spot. So each of these different types of government have a different sweet spot for where you want to be. For a chieftain, you want to be beloved. But if you start to go above that, you'll see actually these buffs turn into debuffs. So you want to be managing your political system to make sure that you are influential, but you are not the only voice in the room. That's when people start to get a bit upset at you. So we're going to, I'm sure, have some characters who... have they got the same name? Oh, that's going to get... Oh, that's going to get so confusing immediately, Steve.
Can you change it?
Can I change someone else's name? That feels...
I don't know.
It feels pretty illegal to do. I'm going to say no, I can't. Then it's not the... Yeah, it is. It is two different people, right? I'm not insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them's got a hat on. So...
Well, thanks, RNG.
I'm pretty sure these are set to start where they are. So I mean, we could always just kill one of these off.
No, roll with the RNG.
Hey, actually, do you know what, Steve? This is great because it means we've only got to learn 2 names for the other people who are competing against us.
Who's going to be our special background story, like Tudwall?
Exactly. But yeah, so I think first things first, we're looking at very low loyalty. Do I fully know what loyalty does? I know I don't want it low.
I assume it means...
I'm assuming they'll revolt, right, if it hits the bottom, and they'd form off their own faction. All right, so we're going to recruit a little bit. I think the first thing it makes sense to do is to take over our neighbours, and then we will slowly start to move our way towards Rome.
Things on the high note here. Are you going to go and take a kink?
Do you know what? I saw it, and I was like, I bet Steve's going to call that out.
Yeah. I wondered if you're going to go and get.
Well, we were flicking through the factions earlier, weren't we? And we were like, what is it? The one in Iberia where it's like, well, we can't play as arse. The whole stream would just be. The whole stream would be that.
We live for battle.
Oh well, that's made that decision quite easy as to who we go to first.
Others do a fat goose.
There you go. Thank you. So yes, when you hit -10, you've got a chance of a revolt.
Iapodes?
A token. Perhaps a modest gift of coin.
Who are you? Are you calling us that?
Light.
No, the other guy.
Oh god, yeah.
This guy, Dalmate.
Oh, see, he wants a non-aggression pact, but I do want to kill him.
This is the history hangout stream where we obviously talk about. We try to talk about history as well,
and we hang out.
But it was also going to be the stream where I try to work out the pronunciation of of ancient history names.
That was fun. Let's go have a scout over here.
As someone who hasn't played a lot of Rome 2,
yep.
The year in the bottom there is 278 BC, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
So, what is for anyone who doesn't know, and I'm sure everyone here has played this game, so there's probably no point in me asking this, but what year ranges does Rome 2 span from?
Oh god, what a question!
Is it different in the mod?
I don't think it's different in the mod. You have, I mean, there's a few different DLCs for Rome 2 which span different parts. So it goes all the way from Rise of the Republic, and I think Empire Divided is the latest it goes. Attila goes a little bit further with Age of Charlemagne, but you can effectively play from, and do you know what? I've seen people do it, I swear, where they chain the campaigns together. So you start at the very, very start of Rome, and you end up at the very fall of it. Wow. And that is a courageous marathon to go through.
Yeah.
The where Rome typically Rome 2 starts is kind of where the Roman Empire is starting to get going. They're starting to branch out. At least that's how it's perceived in game. I'll be honest, I'm awful with the exact numbers of who's happening and at what point in the Roman Empire. But it's early. We're not in the ADs.
Yeah. We did have a couple of comments on YouTube from Resaleaf.
Oh yeah.
Which I should have called out earlier, to be honest, but I was in the Twitch chat at the time. I apologise. Recently watched a video about the Illyrian rebellion, and 2 of the rebel leaders were called Barto.
Oh.
So there you go. It's not the first time
that was why they rebelled. There could only be one.
Yeah, there's only room for one Barto in this Illyrian rebellion.
Oh, that's really...
And loyalty in Rome 2, if it's not changed in the mod, only starts giving a chance of civil war when you get a -10.
Yeah.
So you're okay for now.
I've not changed anything. It's at least I've not fiddled with any of the settings.
And there is a grace period at the start of the campaign where civil war is impossible until a certain number of turns have passed.
And I take comfort in the fact that I got quite far in with Rhodes. So I got back from my holiday where I visited Rhodes, and me and my wife absolutely fell in love with the history of Rhodes, right? So I came back, I downloaded this mod, and then I played an 125 turn Rhodes campaign, which I feel like is the ideal pipeline for any Total War player to be able to do. You know, like you go to a country, enjoy its history, and then be able to come back and experience it. And by experience it, I mean recreate Alexander the Great's kingdom as the tiny island of Rhodes. Okay, so this is where things are going to start to go wrong. I think we can win this. I just don't necessarily want to have to be the one attacking them. So, I mean, why did the odds look so poor for me here? I'm going to encircle. I think I can win that. I don't know why the game doesn't believe in me. But we're going to start a second army just in case. Is that our leader? Our chieftain? Yeah, it is. It'll be fine.
Josh, we wanted this to kind of be an ongoing thing.
I'm not gonna lie, Steve,
not to just end it in the 15 minutes.
Yeah, I won't lie to you. The Rhodes campaign was not my only campaign with Rhodes. It was the one that I managed to finally work out the mechanics and how to best play the game. And it's been a while, you know. Played that over the Christmas break, so we'll see how things go. I would love a hoplite. Know how to use hoplites very nicely. Right, I just want to make sure we're going to recruit the right person for our second army here. We do.
I've just had a message from Andrew. He's made my name in Wolves.
Oh, there we go.
Now to find out if I'm allowed to share this.
I suspect that, much like we said 25 times there'll be no pocket ladders, but I still saw a lot of comments saying pocket ladders. I feel like your name going out there will cause so much speculation of how we don't know what a castle looks like.
What do you mean? All the best castles are called Steve.
I knew they'd make all their castles called Steve.
Yes. And this was why so many people got defeated during the medieval times, was because they didn't make their castle spell the name Steve.
Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. I've got a dried heart. That's fantastic.
Wow, congrats. Let's
get married. It's nice. So one thing I do know is you should be using your spouse to start increasing gravitas. So we really do want to start increasing. If 52% is nice, so we are close to that beloved.
Do we set our spouse like a role within your kind of government,
I don't think so. I mean, they have a role, like you can do intrigues themselves.
Yeah.
So you kind of have, and also your wife is a trait for the commander that they're with. So vice versa. So they are a character, but I don't think you can assign them.
Right.
It's more sending them off to do things, but you can do that with quite a few of them.
Yeah. Nice.
I might look. I'm not saying I'm in like any form of panic, okay? But just in case I've misunderstood what my odds are here, I'll hire in someone. I feel like my odds are pretty good. Just because they've got 1,000 more men. Steve, I can't fight that and then be absolutely crushed on turn 2.
Well,
I can't live my life
like
that way.
I feel like you're early enough in the stream that you could just
restart.
Oh no!
No, that's not how we roll. That's not how we roll.
The stream crashed. Oh, we're back to. No, I don't know why the stream.
Oh, and I've won.
Go back.
Oh, ignore the dev command console.
I am invincible.
That'd be nice. Okay. Yeah. So someone said, "Is there going to be a more than 2-player campaign?" I don't know what they're referring to.
No, they sent it in Twitch and YouTube, but I have a feeling it might be in relation to Medieval 3, in which case, I don't know at the moment. All
right, we're fighting this. I don't know why it thinks I'm not going to win.
If you want to, for any questions about Medieval 3, I would recommend heading over to our forums, which I'm going to get the link right now over to the Medieval forums, because you can ask that kind of question. And maybe have some conversation around it, and the devs are in these chats as well. And you may have seen Pav and Life in our streams. They are also regularly on the forums, so those kind of things are the kind of things you can raise for discussion.
I saw someone saying, sorry, you go ahead.
I'm just right. No, it's good. I'm just popping the popping the link.
Someone was saying, "Damn, CA are playing mods." Yeah, me and Steve, we plan to have quite a few streams where we're sat here just kind of chatting with you guys able to join in and ask questions. So we figure, let's celebrate and play some of the things that you guys are playing, and that we're also playing at home rather than always just showing the vanilla game. Do I have... Oh, I would have loved... If I'd looked down here and there was like hoplite mode for these spears, I would have been very happy with that. Look, they just need to pop over to Greece and learn. So we are... The good news is, we are being attacked. So we are defending. The bad news is, it really thinks we're going to lose this battle, Steve.
Yeah, but you've had that before. And to be honest, like I told you, I always go by the yellow and red bar.
Yeah, where is
right?
Sorry. My preview of it is slightly cut from the bottom, so I can't see things.
I'll just have to keep you posted.
Yeah, if it's going down, actually don't tell me. Okay. I only want to hear about up.
It's only if it's over 50%. Tell you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the goal of these streams was originally the idea was, because I really love history. I am in no way an expert on any era of history. I love medieval history, but I don't know loads and loads of stuff about it. So the goal of the history hangouts was for us to just hang out with you guys and each other.
Yep.
Because we love each other very much.
Well, we also love history.
We do, and we're not paid to say that.
No, we love different periods of time, I think.
I'm not, but I don't know about Josh. But yeah, we were going to just talk about the era of history and look up stuff and see what we could talk about. And in the end, we just ended up playing history games and just chatting about random stuff.
You've reminded me though, Steve, what I was going to tell you before the stream. And then I interrupted myself and I said, I'm not going to tell you this because I want to tell you on stream instead. I learned a little bit about the Dark Ages and about like the huge loss of information that there was at the time. Really, that it was less about like I think the video I was watching specifically said that the Library of Alexandria is often kind of posed as like the big loss, right? But actually the big loss came when the papyrus for a lot of texts started to disintegrate just through time. So what they did is the monks in the medieval age, they were forced to kind of choose which texts they would preserve, because papyrus was a lot easier to have gotten than like proper bound books. So I believe like it was the case that there were thousands of reams of papyrus with all of this kind of knowledge of what had happened at the time and all of these kind of insights, and only about 100 of them were able to be preserved and able to be copied over into modern texts. And what's obviously interesting about that is not just that only 100 what was in the other 900, but that it was monks who chose what was preserved at that time, right? So there was definitely a level of selection of these are the things that will oh, I can turn down the game audio, I think. thank you, because it's getting loud for me as well. There was definitely a level of selection from the monks of what do we think is the right thing to keep, so that people have the right view of history when they look back. So really, a lot of what we know is influenced by the 100 or so that were selected to be preserved.
It's crazy. This also was like an era as well where like I feel like I'm still constantly reading up on this sort of stuff, but like there was a lot more of an agenda from people to delete the pieces of history that they didn't agree with.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to keep people in line, or they wanted to promote a certain ideology. So it was like, well, that stuff doesn't fit our ideology, or that stuff's heretical, or whatever. So a lot of that was destroyed as a result of that. It's like, we don't want your history. Nowadays, we all have a little bit more of a... I feel like Frankie Five Finger says we do that now, and I feel like deep.
I think it's probably it's harder to do now, right?
Yeah. I think the destruction of history and data and records and stuff is so much harder now. But I think we also, although I like to think that we all have a little bit more of a respect for history and an understanding that because something happened in history doesn't mean that has to portend the future.
But also interesting, the idea that like what we know of history will never it will never be complete. You know, we will never be able to. We can always look at and discover more and more about the things, but we will always have to fill in the blanks a little bit of why things were done and what the thinking was there. I was reading David Mitchell's book. I've started on the rulers of England.
Oh yes, I've been meaning to read that.
Yeah, it's really interesting, his kind of perspective on this person may have been real or may not, and a lot of early history is just a lot of they probably weren't real, like King Arthur and all those kinds of mythical figures. It's like, this is probably why they were invented, this is maybe who they were based on, but even the person they were maybe based on probably wasn't real.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, I've been listening to a really interesting podcast called The Rest Is History.
Oh yeah.
And I've been really enjoying it because they just talk about a completely different topic every episode, and there's a lot of talk about that. There's the talk about King Arthur, the legend, the Arthurian legend, and stuff like that, and that everyone's like, it was either completely made up, or there was an Arthur, or there was a selection of people throughout this era of time that these stories are loosely based on. And the little things that people find that say, hang on a minute, this thing that we found dates back to this era, and the person's name begins with A. It must be Arthur. And it's like, well,
but also as we
the straws a little bit,
we dispel more ideas, like George and the dragon. When we found out there probably wasn't a dragon, what does that mean for old George? There we go. I told you, Steve. There was no danger there.
Oh, you were fine. I like I said, I never doubted you once.
I appreciate that.
We've had some messages in chat.
Okay.
I'm going to do a chat run. On the concept of what we were just talking about. We won't get too deep into the weeds of it, but people saying we do that now with like changing things from recent history to remove things that would be touching subjects now. It's a tricky thing. I think we should totally be in a position where we can look back and say, hey, this is the way things were then, and it was a bit more accepted, and we know that this isn't right now, but they're not changing it because it is, like you say, it's erasing the fact that was a problem.
To what I was going to say to that, Steve, is what's interesting to me is the difference, though, is you are able to perceive that there is a change, right? The difference between that and kind of the example of the monks, the average peasant, nothing changed. Nothing was rewritten about history. They just never had the opportunity to learn about it, and now we also will never have the opportunity to learn about it because those texts were destroyed.
Literally erased. Yeah. So
it's about actually choosing what is remembered from history rather than rewriting it.
Yeah. There's the same person as this crazy Sab.
What's going to be harder for you to pronounce? Barbarian names or Twitch chat?
Or people Twitch. I'm going to do my best. Also said the problem is if you don't leave the history in place to learn from it, then society is doomed to repeat the mistakes from the past. But there are people who would argue that no matter whether you remove the history or not, people are still doomed to repeat the
I don't know,
mistakes.
Steve. I'm building a catapult because I'm doomed to not learn that the trebuchet is the superior
Well, there
siege
you go.
engine.
See,
Because I destroyed all my books on medieval warfare.
there we go. Exactly. And what's Lux said here? Lux is very well known to us here because Lux is one of our community moderators on Discord. So let's see what nonsense he's spouting. The Middle Ages also gets a bad reputation, in part because Renaissance writers actively looked down on that period. They often portrayed it as more barbaric and backward than it really was in order to make their own time seem more enlightened and progressive. Well, I don't doubt it, but we never truly know, do we?
I feel like, to a degree, every generation does that about the generation preceding them.
Yeah.
And like, then it makes sense for that to be the same thing about ages, right?
Yeah, I guess it's the most. It's whatever part of history is close enough to you to feel like it's not history. You know what I mean? Like, some people argue, like, when does history begin? Is it 50 years ago? Is it 100 years ago? Is it before the current generation? Like,
do you know what? The more fun version of that question, Steve, is when does grave robbing become archaeology?
That's a good. That's a nice way of framing it. I like that. But yeah, like, you know, you look back at stuff that's happened over the last, like, 100 years, I don't know, and then think about, like, okay, there's, you know, certain things that people might want to remove because they don't want that stain upon their name or whatever. But, you know, there's stuff with, like, World War II, like the people in Germany nowadays don't deny that that World War II happened and the Nazis happened, for example. And they're very open about educating people about it, and I think that's important.
I wonder that if there's an equation which is how long any discussion on history can go before it ends up in ultimately the exact same place.
Yeah. Are you trying to stop me talking about history, Josh? You're trying to say I'm going around in circles?
Yeah, I'm the monks now. I'm telling you, I'm deciding what gets published.
Look at me. I'm the monks now.
I want more cavalry, I think. Based on that last battle, I just want more horse. Okay, this is going well. Our plan to invade Rome and make our own version of history, where we decide we're going to talk about the Romans, however we decide they get depicted. This is going all right. I mean, yeah, sure, you know, it's -31 public order, but apart from that, I think going pretty well. I did see a couple of questions about Medieval 3 in chat, and my response to those was me and Steve won't know the answer to that. But if you want to know the answer to it, it's worth posting those kinds of things on the forums.
Go to the forums.
We were also talking about the idea of some how we could maybe do some kind of Q&A exposure for Medieval 3 questions, because we get so many during the chat that it's impossible to answer them. So we have been talking internally about, is there anything we can do to have some kind of quick fire answer sessions? So it's possible we do that. It might be something we bolt on the end of the existing streams. It might be something we do as a specific blog or a beat, but we are aware there's a lot of kind of questions that people want answers to, and we want to find the best way to answer those kind of consistently as we bring up new topics and raise new discussion. But I think also making sure that we have had the time to work out those answers, right? And that we're in that level of pre-production where we've formulated what that area is, and that we have our own vision for it, and then we can come and kind of confidently discuss that. And that's what I personally have been absolutely loving about the building Medieval 3 streams, is like seeing that vision go out there, and then the tweaks that get to be made, or you know, like as I said on the stream, I think with Roger, it is just as important to know what people want changed about things as it is to know what they want to stay and what they like, because that's also been a massive guiding force of, like, these are the things that it's capturing well, so these are the kinds of things we should be doubling down on, has been really great.
Yeah, it's nice to see that. I think it's nice because it's early enough to have that level of freedom to talk about things that could be or might not be, or that they'd like to do, because it's just we're all gonna see it come together slowly, eventually, and I think that's going to be really cool, and it's really good for you guys in the community as well to actually be able to see that process and see it come together.
Yeah, someone said late have we given any interesting new pieces of information? I think the answer to that is most likely for the history hangout's going to be, community hangout's going to be, we'll answer questions that come up. We very rarely will turn up to these with any kind of big news or announcements. But if you guys have questions about stuff that we're working on, we'll answer as honestly as we can, even if the answer is we don't know or we can't talk about that yet. This is our space. Yeah, this is our space for you guys to be able to chat with us as we slowly work out what the differences between these units are. Do I need baggage trains? Someone who plays a lot of DEI, can you let me know how many? When I played it with Rhodes, it did not go very well for me. I don't think I ever sufficiently used them. How many should I have, and do I really need them? People are saying I don't need them. I'm getting rid of them.
I'll let you know if I see anything in chat.
Thank you.
Here is Johnny, 1875. Says, is the next major news drop for Warhammer soon? It depends what you call a major news drop, but I'm going to put out a little update. My aim is to put out a little update to the community on Friday regarding patch 7.2. I might as well just reveal here that the goal is I believe the goal is still to have patch 7.2 coming out next week, but they are still doing the finishing touches on some bits.
Yep.
So keep an eye out on Friday, because that's when I'm going to share some stuff. Yeah.
But like that last one, it's very fix focused as well. So hopefully a lot of the I haven't looked through it, so I don't know anything. But hopefully some of those kind of gripes that people have had, they'll see addressed.
Yeah, I've had a look through it, and there's a bunch of stuff that I think people will be happy to see fixed. Well, any fix is good, but just like we said earlier in the year when we did 7.1, it's going to be along the same line. So the focus has been on doing bug fixes and things like that. I tried to get some additional bits in there, like I spoke to some people about like animations and VFX stuff, which is tricky at the moment because, as I shared before, like a lot of that focus is currently on the upcoming DLCs from the dev side. But I believe there's one VFX update in there, which is one that has been mentioned to me a lot, which is I'm going to reveal it here and hope that it's definitely fixed. But the Thunder Barge, the Thunderburner ability currently fires the flames from the Thunderburner out the front of the Thunder Barge when it should be at the back.
I cannot say.
A little visual thing, but also kind of weird. So I believe that's been fixed. So congrats to anyone here who wants that.
It makes it sound like it was like a lottery. No one's going to trade me. Like it was a lottery kind of thing. Like congrats to anyone if they had that on their bingo card.
Yeah, if you had it on your bingo card for 7.2, boom, there you go. Yes.
I want to be friends with these people, but they're just not feeling it.
I know this is a long shot, but can you tell us what the next Total War game will be?
As in what kind fantastic
of genre? As in what genre? Strategy. I've already seen Pav is in chat. Hi Pav, and has responded strategy. Yes.
There's a whole. You've missed the whole month of December, my friend.
Yes. Total War Warhammer 40,000 and Total War Medieval 3, both in development as we speak.
How much is it going to cost for us to be friends? Oh, too much.
Well, you've already had a couple of invoices through, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm not paying those. I don't want to fight behind me. I just want to take what's here and then prepare for an invasion into Rome. But I don't know who to gamble on surviving. You know, like if I pick one and then they're wiped out the next turn, I've just wasted my money. Oh, they've rejected me anyway. Steve, there's a part of me that's like, screw you, I'm going to kill them. But no, we stick to the plan. Okay?
The best thing for me is that I'm chatting away in the Twitch chat, I'm watching the stream on the chat, so I have a slight delay. So when you say, oh, no, they rejected it, I'm like, oh, spoiler.
You know, the tears that are coming up.
Yeah.
We were thinking about playing as Rome, or do you know? One of my favorite research topics when I was on Arena was Carthage. I loved reading about Carthage, so I would have gladly. But I don't know. There's something about Total War for me where I hate that the only person who wants to be my friend is the one person I'm planning on killing.
You look so happy though.
I know. I think the thing for me, I love starting with like 1 or 2 cities and feeling like I learn everything and build it all up bit by bit. That's always kind of been my favorite version of the experience. What religion am I? I'm surely pagan. Is that true? I'm Celtic. Sure, I'm just going to assume I'm pagan. I can't imagine I'm not. We are getting quite low on loyalty. And you know what? Do you remember when I was like, oh, every turn we should probably be doing some sort of action? I didn't do any actions, Steve.
You should probably know this, but Resilifa says there's no religion mechanic in Rome 2.
Oh, that's... Then what? Oh, then the Celtic is cultural, not religious. Right?
Cultural.
Oh, yes. That was my misread.
Oh, Josh.
I saw the word sacred and just assumed. I really do need public order. I'm playing with fire here. I forgot as well, your military decreases public order here, doesn't it? Can I... Is it like bandits hunting I can do, which people like? They do like that. Alright, let's hunt some bandits down. Alright, we're on -1. That'll do. That is some of the things that you've got to get used to when you're playing mods versus like vanilla versions, is like just those tweaks in how some of the mechanics work. And if I've not just finished a campaign of it and I've gone and played like 40k or like a vanilla, you know, Warhammer 3, or like the change in the mechanics is like the whiplash. Let's reduce the cost of political actions. That'll be good.
I live to serve the people of Gaul.
Okay, yes, someone's saying that the DI politics are a little different from default. Yeah, so every different kind of government system wants you to be at a different sweet spot. So for chiefdom, we want a little bit more influence, and then we're probably going to try and hype up everyone else. Okay. Are you reading chat right now, Steve?
I am.
I can see it in the look in your eyes. I was talking about it on Roger, the stream with Roger, and no one corrected me, but I don't think I was entirely right. But I was the thing I was talking about with the first 2 months of the year, I'm pretty sure were invented just so that the Romans could send some generals down to Spain, because they only appointed in March, which is the first month of the year. That's when they appointed 2 generals, or appointed generals for the year. And because it was like not March and they couldn't wait, instead of changing the rule, they invented 2 months, which now we live with in our calendar in perpetuity. You got to imagine a month being added now. And it still seems so crazy to me, but no one's corrected me, so I'm going to assume that it is true. I'm looking at you like, could you Google that for me?
Oh, yeah.
Honor the gods and
Did
your ancestors.
Rome...
Who invented January?
Who invented my birth month?
Someone's saying that's not true, and that's what I want to hear, because this video didn't entirely convince me.
When your feet bleed, you can moan.
Why would... yes.
Oh, no.
Sorry, no.
No.
I don't know. This is when you go on Google and you get the AI overview. So I'm not believing that right now. Someone, here we go. There's a Reddit thread here that I can just dive into. Oh, sorry, this post was deleted by the person who originally posted it.
Julius Caesar.
Yep.
All right,
why were January and February added to the beginning of the year and not the end? They used to be at the end of the year. March the 1st was the new year to coincide roughly with the spring. The beginning of the year was later changed to January 1st to coincide with administration purposes. Also, July and August weren't inserted, but Quintilis and Sextilis were renamed.
So is it that they were there, they just didn't... They weren't the first months, so they shifted the start of the year and didn't add the months.
The start of the year sounds better. I mean, I am taking what Dr. the Goat is saying as gospel.
Steve, they're a doctor.
Well, that's true. Yeah, and they are the goat. I remember when I first learned about this and was almost embarrassed that I'd gone my whole life not giving a second thought as to why the 10th month had an oct prefix. It was a very satisfying,
I'd never thought of that either.
Moment. Yeah. I mean, September is the 9th month. Work that one out.
I refuse. What do I want to be? So I don't really want to be increasing their cunning. I do. I probably am worried about becoming too beloved too quickly and them getting very annoyed at me. So I should probably be trying to secure loyalty a bit more every turn, I guess.
There's a lot of people asking about when like certain games are coming or certain IPs and things like that. I just want to remind you guys that it's not the kind of thing we're going to talk about in a History Hangout stream.
Oh, I was about to throw to you to bring up the roadmap.
So the newest game
He's doing it.
is Total War.
Steve. All the castles are called Steve.
Total War Horsham, and it's based on the surrounding area of the Creative Assembly office, and it is focused primarily on that area, and that's that area only.
Been in development for over 3 decades.
It's called Thrones of Horsham.
What am I doing here, Steve? How do I get these people to stop not wanting to be with me? I mean, the food isn't great, but food overall is fine.
The more I think about this, the more that it's starting to blow my mind a little bit about the whole September-October thing. Because yeah, that would make sense that January and February are the 11th and 12th month. Wow.
Based on the 12-sided shape of Febrahedron.
Of a Febrahedron, yeah. 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 What's going on in chat? I talk about chat and random stuff, and you talk about the game. That's how this usually works, right?
I don't know which is the Busu Maros, who's the one that I want to recruit.
That guy there. Oh, I don't know. I don't recall you telling me which one you wanted.
I wanna just have someone who I can increase the influence of a little bit over time, and I also want someone consistently here to be getting rid of bandits. I think.
Crazy Sab said the Roman calendar had 13 months, but Julius Caesar was like, "Nah, this bad," and changed it to 12. Is that right?
It sounds historically accurate to me.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, we're going to declare war on them next turn. I don't think I've played this very optimally at all, Steve. I'm struggling with public order, and I could stop taxing them, but I think they're all I've got. In fact, I know they are. How? I'll work this out, and I'll work it out the hard way, which is having to put down a revolt at some point, I imagine. But might as well just keep doing the patrol if it's not gonna.
It's easy. Easy.
I do love seeing the seasons change, though.
I thought you were going to say you love seeing a kink.
Hey, look, we're going to go invade, and then we're never going to talk about that city again. Oh, it's so sad that the only people who like me are the people who I'm planning on killing.
Still.
Oh, yeah,
please trade with me. Please trade with me. He's the person whose story we need to tell.
Oh, it's only a slight desertion. It's only a slight food shortage. Guys, this was intended to be at least a multi-part series, not a single-part series, but, you know.
Do you know what? This is a short stream today, guys. We're aiming to finish in like 15 minutes.
If I could take this one settlement, that'd be nice.
We might run over a tiny bit. So, but there's plenty of time for us to still turn this into a multi-part. What I usually would recommend, though, is that you should probably try and achieve something.
I didn't realise I was about to step in. I wanted to declare war. I just wanted to see what they've got. Okay, well, I've damaged my reputation a little bit there for very little.
You can claw it back. You always do.
Greetings to you.
Would you like to join my confederation? Then die. Okay.
Eravici.
I think Resolute's kind of going to worked out what we're going to have to do here, which is we're just going to have to take this place, let it rebel, and then deal with the rebellion to reset things a little bit. The problem is my main army is all the way over here. So we've got this little force who are going to have to deal with the rebellion. All right, minus 41 public order next turn. That feels fine to me.
Do you know Twitch Twitch auto mod never fails to entertain me. Someone said the auto system will screw you harder than the taxman, and I've allowed it. Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Yep.
And then Twitch has said, "Do you want to add 'will screw you harder' as a permitted term?" No.
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve, we're...
What?
Steve,
Yeah.
there's a 20 stack army outside.
Outside of a kink.
Yeah. So we are. Look, how long's left on the stream? 15 minutes. Steve, we're so dead. We've got
It's all right.
we've got a rebellion. We've got a rebellion going on here, and we've got a 20 stack army coming in.
Josh, before we started this stream, I gave you a strict window that you can have an additional 15 minutes if you need it.
I mean, need is a really strong word. Hold on, I need to probably not recruit them, and can I afford a single mercenary? I can't afford a single mercenary. Okay. Someone said fortify. Is it better to be in fortify? Surely it's better to be in the city, right? Like, it's not got much, but it'll have something. Is this legendary? The mod people told me you start this on it is balanced for normal. I didn't know that. I did do my roads one on like very hard, and that felt honestly like I didn't have as rough a time as that. But that's my fault. I just assumed there wasn't a second army. Okay, Steve, we're fine.
This sort of thing happens to you quite a lot, though.
Oh, that's an interesting insight.
It's true.
Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, at least I can issue an edict. So that's lovely.
Someone has written in French, and I can work it out. It says, "Hello, big fan of Total War for over 20 years. Sorry for not talking in English." I am really, really impressed at myself that I could work that out.
Well done, Steve. Someone said, please play the battle, don't auto. I won't auto this. We only auto the ones where it's like 75% plus that it'll win. Maybe they won't attack. Did anyone think about that? Oh my gosh, they didn't attack. Oh, hold on. There's the rebel army.
Are they the ones who declared war on you?
No, I don't know where they've just gone. All right, they're not a problem.
AxoX says, what difficulty are you playing on?
I believe the mod is intended to be played on normal. We have got a couple of other sub-mods on that they recommended, but most of those are visual. Do I chase them? No, look, here's what's going to happen. I'll chase them, and then the 20 stack will come in and take the city.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what would happen. So I'm not going to do that.
El Pocho said, "My name is Steve." Well, if your name is Steve, congratulations. You have a great name. Big Neek says, "Man, I miss Rome 2. I need to get back to it. It's been years."
It's honestly, it's such a good time to play it with the sheer variety and number of mods that can completely change the experience of it.
Josh is a big fan of Rome, both the history and the games.
Although weirdly, I played very little Rome 1. Like Med 2 and Rome 2 were my big like jumping on points. Like I played all of the others, but Med 1 I played quite a lot of. But like I don't know what it was, but Rome, I guess like maybe my parents hadn't got a good enough computer at the time for it. It really missed me until Med 2.
What roles do we both have at CA, by the way? Crazy Sabbath said. I am senior community manager, part of the community team. You will find me over our community channels under the name King Gobbo. So if you've seen CA King Gobbo on Reddit or on Discord, that is me. Josh?
Yes. I sat here and I was like, one day I will have to remember my job title.
Yes.
To be fair, my job title was unchanged for 5 years and then did change. My job title is Head of Community Engagement.
Are you sure about that?
No.
I don't think it is.
What do you think it is?
Oh no, it is. You're right.
Good.
I thought it was some guy that just
that was
turns up in the office now and again.
That was what I requested.
I thought I for some reason I had a feeling it was player engagement.
Someone said it's still head of influence relations on Discord, and that is the professional vibe I like to give off. Of
Yeah.
I mean I didn't change your LinkedIn for a long time either.
Josh wears many hats.
Yeah, look,
He doesn't wear them on stream, but
I
he does.
I do what a master do. That is the job. I run the creator stuff and the
He's still the head of influencer stuff.
Yeah, so I run a lot of our creator stuff and also streaming, but also not streaming. So any bit where it makes sense for us to try and do some more engagement, I try and throw my hat in the ring there. But at the moment, that has mostly been focused on streaming because that's something that we've come back to doing, and hopefully we'll be able to maintain it. I'd love to say that we'll commit to like 1 a week at least of streams, and like based on the calendar, it looks like that's kind of what we can do.
It's the
but
goal.
it is, it's just if people are off, then maybe we have to skip one. But that's the goal, and also to do a mix of stuff like this and stuff like the stuff you saw last week and the week before. So the big stuff, and then the little stuff, just so you guys can pop in and ask us any questions in the interim between our big moments.
Yeah. My beard is being very much.
Oh my gosh!
Sun. Yeah, I just noticed it. If I turn my head that way, or is it the other way? That way. I just have a very, very sunlit beard. There we go.
I just don't know.
Anyway,
about
that was a big diversion from the topic there.
It was. Look, I've tentatively left so that I can patrol and start to increase public order. Okay. If you open the diplomacy screen, will it show you where the army is that you're afraid of? How smart a suggestion that is.
Holy beard.
Does anyone remember the name of the faction that I can't? They're not right. There's no one here at war with. Are they dead?
You wanted to defeat. The ones you wanted to defeat, or who?
I think they're dead.
Which one? The one you wanted to defeat?
Yeah, no, the one who had the 20-stack army there and were threatening us and then walked away.
No, I can't remember.
I think they're dead.
Someone will know.
They must have been killed by the boy. That's what I think.
By the boy.
I'd love to be friends with the boy so they don't kill me. Oh, and it looks like. Hold on.
What an honor you do us.
I'm just chancing it. Trade agreement? Okay, that's a no. But non-aggression pact? That's also a no. Do you know what? That's fair. They have their... What if I gave you literally everything that I have right now? Still a no. I respect that they stand by their principles. Okay, we can start to slowly move towards our main goal. So I think this stream will have consolidated our one region, and the next stream will be taking these two, and then the next stream will be actually invading Rome. That's my prediction for how this series is going to go.
Sounds like fun.
The boy does want to be friends with the settlements. They don't like me. They just want the people. They want to kill... Oh, did I misread this? I swear it was like... it said boy was like friendly with me. What's this? Province. Look, the terminology it changes a lot. They liked me, didn't they? Boy liked me. Yeah, we're friends. Oh, they liked that I killed the people in this settlement. That's what they like.
Welcome, worthy friend. Let us break
and he was
bread
never
and
seen
drink
again.
Ale before words pass our lips.
It would just be really nice if we could be friends, boy.
We are friends, boy.
And that is the nickname that I've called you for the last years.
I did call you son earlier.
Oh, did you?
You're not that much. You're not that. I did. Yeah, you didn't notice. You are a bit younger than me. Only a little bit.
No way. No way.
Yeah, just a little bit.
How much movement do I need to assume this?
Boy.
No. Okay, we're gonna start moving back. I'm going to assume that army's dead. They are also aggressive. Yeah, they are. Don't I know it? I feel like, Steve. Now this may be considered a stupid idea, but I don't care if when we go for Rome, we fully abandon all of our province here if we can get Rome. Like, Rome is the goal. We want to become the new Italians.
Ready for orders.
I don't see that as being too much of an issue.
Good, because that is my plan. So we are going to slowly keep increasing our military, but it'd be nice to... do you know what would be nice? Just to have some money. I've got a lot of units.
I know that feeling.
I probably should drop... Who's the most expensive unit here? Oh, you're so expensive.
Crazy Sab says Steve younger than Josh.
In spirit.
I mean, I'm trying to work out whether that means they think I look younger than I am, or whether they think you look a lot older than you are.
Someone said, like one of those apps. Someone said, will CF be possibly doing those content creator early access opportunities in some capacity for non-content creators? That is stuff that we look at in terms of, there's other groups who we do early access with. It depends on if you're talking about like for feedback or for content creation or just to play it because it's fun. So we do. It's not me and it's not my department, but I believe like there are certain modders who get access to stuff to make sure mods can be compatible. I think that's true. But it isn't just content creators. Content creators will probably just be the ones that you see the most of because they're out there kind of pushing content, right? But even behind the scenes, there are some people who I work with on like balancing side for Warhammer 3 or for like balancing websites and those kinds of things, trying to help them to get content ready early. But yeah, content creators are the ones who are the most obvious because they're right there and they're saying, look at the early access we've got. But we do try and where it makes sense, work with people early on content that will help them.
If you're not a content creator, but you are interested in being able to provide feedback on things, my biggest piece of advice would be to go on our forums and just be active in our forums and be like a positive force within the forums. Take part in conversations around specific things, share your thoughts and stuff, because if and when these opportunities arise, that will be the core place where people will be kind of recognized for their contributions. So if that's something you're interested in, this goes for all of you really, then I do recommend being a part of our forums. And I do understand that forums can be a little bit rough. You know, there's the fair share.
Steve's there.
I know, that's the whole point, right? If I try to be there, but sometimes I just got to dip out. I'm joking.
Well,
but yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that you made it. It's a good point of if we want to talk to people about specific feedback things, having a public record of having done that helps see and track that. I'd say we put live the Warhammer 40,000 content creator sign up link last Friday, and I've had a fair few people, a lot of content creators sign up for that, which is the first time we've ever done something publicly like that, but we wanted to make sure that the net was kind of open to everyone. But I've had a lot of people come through that who aren't content creators, but also do make sense for us to kind of collaborate with and talk with. So it is about, unless you chat about it and you put your name out there, if you think it is relevant for you, then, you know, coming to us is the easiest way for us to know that it's the right thing. Oh, this is getting really sad, Steve. They really want to be friends.
It's getting a bit desperate.
Maybe, hold on.
We have fine goods, and you doubtless have much that we would find desirable.
Maybe I don't kill them.
Have trade?
Your offer. War.
I was going to see if I could confederate
my
them.
friend.
I just don't want to hurt them, but like...
That wasn't German, Craig. That was a unique...
Your own dialect.
Of my own dialect.
Okay. Steve, we have 1 minute. Can I take this city in 1 minute?
I've been asked when I'm implementing dark mode on the forums.
You have been working hard on it.
We don't talk about dark mode.
How hard are they? Ah, I could take them.
Well met, friend. Sit and let your work.
Favorite era throughout history? Nathan is asking. The Nathan.
Speak plainly and without
Oh,
idle purpose,
you go
and all
first,
will
Steve.
be well.
Medieval. You go, Josh.
Oh,
I know the answer. Come on.
you think it's Rome? I know you think it's Rome, and
I know, but it's a very. I know it's a wide. It's a very. The specific eras
I
in
know.
Rome, but I'm pretty sure that the general Rome is your thing, right?
Thing is, I think you're probably right, but it's probably mid-Roman.
That's what I would have thought. Yeah, I know you so well.
But I did enjoy getting to dabble in the Bronze Age.
It was interesting. It's
Yeah.
interesting. It's also interesting, I think, to think just how much civilization has kind of been through a real roller coaster throughout the millennia of like technologically advanced and then not so technologically advanced and things like that. But yeah, I'm also getting quite interested in like the very late medieval into like Tudor period. I recently discovered, I've not read a lot about Tudor history by what I learned at school, but I live well, I can't really reveal where I live, but I live in a place which is in
Spoilers.
is on the east side of England, and there is a port town called Tilbury, which is a very important port for the UK. And I found out that Queen Elizabeth II gave Queen Elizabeth I in the Tudor times, the times of the Tudors, gave a very important speech, rousing speech to some troops who were anticipating the arrival of the Spanish Armada in a field in
that's cool.
Tilbury, and that she stayed overnight in a house which is in the town, a little village right next to me.
Oh, lovely.
And I was like, that's interesting. So I read up a bit on that, and now I've got a bit of an interest in that era that I want to look into.
I'm
gonna fall down that rabbit hole.
Fire and sword, pain and death. What say you?
It's going to be the saddest. When I have to fight them, it's going to be the saddest war. Okay, Steve.
Josh making his Discord emote face.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of people. The guy's surely that's not his name, right? That's
What?
just. Oh no, it is. I was gonna say, I was like, is that their name? But his name is King. I was like, I mean, well suited for the role. No, his look. I mean, he looks like a king. So yeah, Steve, this has gone not my way, and that will shock you. It's not awful. Like, it's not unwinnable.
You can do it.
It just doesn't feel good.
I've seen so many successes from you, Josh, that were believed to be impossible.
I just want them to come and fight me. I don't want to go to them, but I also don't want to run out of like supplies. Are they going to come and attack me? I don't really want to, like, this looks like a city that has massive amount of garrison.
I love how crazy this episode. They were auto-resolved. They weren't. I've seen Josh play these battles, and that big siege one that you did.
Oh, what, for
Warhammer.
Thrones? Oh, no, yeah, I remember that.
One. Do you remember the?
Yeah,
the
and then we
massive
lost
siege
the
that
next turn.
Yeah.
It was such a difficult battle, and then immediately lost the whole campaign. All right, if they don't come out and attack me, I'll go and attack them. Whatever happens, it will probably either be the last battle or it'll be the suspense that will leave it on for the next history hangout. Next week's stream will be either another history hangout, or if we do have the patch out next week, we'll do something Warhammer 3, just so that we can chat about it if there's anything people want to chat about.
Would surely see all prosper.
How many? Oh, I can win that easy.
God, this guy.
All right, we'll save there. We can leave it there, Steve, because you've got to go in 10 minutes, haven't you?
Yeah.
I could fight it. I could win it in 10 minutes.
Go on, do it.
Okay, I'll do it in 10 minutes.
Do you remember when we were testing up? When we were setting up the webcams, you had your webcam duplicated.
Yeah.
on my picture. If I was to go and my picture disappeared, would your face pop up in my space?
I actually think it would just go blank.
I was kind of
I
hoping it would
know.
just suddenly be.
I should put myself underneath. Someone's saying, realised that actually the diplomacy I just declined was 1k gold for trade. And I know, but they're going to be dead next turn, and I'd rather not feel like I've broken...
Seriously desperate.
Yeah.
They are desperate to be trading with you.
I
Please
love
be my friend.
I love playing river battles. They are probably my favourite battles in the game. The question is, I mean, surely they're just going to come at this bit, right? I think there's a little one down here that they could come up. Okay.
Where are they? Where are they positioned?
We don't know
this
yet.
is right. Okay, gotcha.
So I
They're
do
on
have some
that
deployables,
side of
but
the river.
they're not going to be super useful because I can't place them where I want them. I'll tell you what I will do then. In case they do come across this bottom bit of the river, which is here, I'll prepare to slow them down. That's what I'll do. Because I don't like the idea. Every time I place stakes, I kill myself with those stakes. So I'm just going to put those there, slow them down if we need to, funnel them in through it. Obviously, they're going to take that bit.
Just got the best idea.
What's your idea?
Oh, so I'm not.
How
gonna share
afraid
it.
should we be?
No, you know, I said about trying to get the devs to put my face as a reflection when you look in the moats and things.
Oh yeah.
What if I got them to put my face in the sun, like Teletubbies? But you only really see it if you're looking at the reflection of the sun
I'll tell you what.
in the water.
If you can find a historical book that has Steve's face up there, then you can justify it. You can justify anything as long as you can find a text.
I'm just wondering if Pav is still in. I don't think Pav's in chat anymore. Unfortunately, he can't take this idea and make it happen.
I did see.
You know what? The alternative is that someone just mods it.
That could be you.
I give permission for someone to mod my face onto the sun in a Total War game.
Someone said that deployables are the things you place and backfire. They absolutely definitely going to kill myself on those stakes. It's just definitely going to happen. All right, let's see where they are. Hey, that's where we wanted them to be.
I've had multiple people tell me that the baby in the sun on Teletubbies gives them nightmares.
I mean, it was surely it was designed for that.
It was designed to teach children not to stare at the sun.
But you'd stare up at the sun to see if there's a baby there. What do you mean?
It can only see you if you see it.
If anything, it's surely caused more damage.
More children to look at the sun. Maybe that's true.
I don't know if I have the advantage here in terms of like my infantry versus theirs. I definitely don't think I do. I now think that actually I didn't want this. Do I regret this?
Resi has confirmed how old we are.
How they work that?
Fun fact: the Teletubby's son has a baby of her own.
Wow.
That's just impossible. It's
Steve,
a paradox. It can't be real.
This is unfair. This is unfair. You're meant to be attacking me. Right.
Where
are
are
they?
Still playing the game, Josh?
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, now they're coming up the bridge.
Question: what mod are you using? Yeah, I'm gonna do the command. There you go.
Okay, here they come. Right, let's get these skirmishers ready to throw onto the bridge.
How is this pronounced, by the way? Is it
Divide?
Is it Divide? Divide?
No, it's
Et
it's
Imperia?
divide, right? It's not divide.
Yeah, but would they say divide?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like historical
Like
pronunciation.
in like Latin-y, yeah. Would it be divide? Or is it literally just meant to be divide? Divide et Imperia.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Emperor.
Alright, so if we can get these skirmishers thrown onto the side, that'd be nice.
I think we've already confirmed that we're not here because of our pronunciation skills.
Mm-hmm. I don't like, I've seen, someone said oh no, and I hope that oh no is not in regards to what's going on here. Gotta love a bridge battle though, haven't you? Win or lose, everyone has fun on a bridge battle.
Oh! Do you know what? Josh, I love it when devs tune into this stream.
Oh no, we've been corrected.
I've been told, right, the dreadful news is that there is no sun texture to connect up a picture of my face to.
Because they've just imported the actual sun.
But they've said, yeah, the actual sun is in game, yeah. They would have to make a new skybox shader, and have then followed up with, not impossible though. I've been told, not sure that you should be reading that for the record.
It's too late. The damage is done.
That's fine. Don't worry about that. People will know that that's not a thing because they've probably tried to mod the sun before and haven't been able to.
Where should I be charging these cavalry in? Can I just YOLO this into there? I think I can. I don't see how that's going to backfire. Oh, Steve! I had phalanx infantry. I could have... Oh, this is disappointing. I could have held the line with those phalanx. I could have got so many kills with those phalanx infantry, Steve. That is such a disappointment. Alright, let's just keep cycling in and out there. It's just cool to see.
Hover over the, what's your relationship with this dude?
Me?
It says it seems good. With the guy that you ultimately want to defeat, right?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I thought you meant like my relationship with like a person. I was like, what?
Yeah, the individual. No, sorry,
Let's be thrown. I think
my
maybe a little bit friendly fire in there.
OMG Teletubby army in this game with the sun as their general.
Have I lost a cavalry unit?
It's
no, in some ways. Okay, I think this is fine. I think this is going fine. We could have done better. If we'd used the hoplites correctly, that would have been a fantastic choke point for this. We could have done better. But it could have gone worse. And I think that's... Honestly, that's most of my battles that I'll take. We could do with a rally if that's going to reach. Shoot the general with the arrows. I'll do it. Where is he? Oh, for sure we'll do that. No, we're not doing that though.
Is that him at the base?
No, he's over at the base of the bridge.
Yeah, the base
he's
of the bridge
now.
Yeah.
We don't want these guys to. Don't want them to get silly. All right. We're trying to keep away from the spears, while we also just slowly whittle down this bridge. These guys are out of ammo, so let's just move them out the way for now. I don't want to throw them into the mosh pit yet. I fully don't know if I'm winning this bridge, Steve. It's why I really do want to get the cavalry involved here.
Where's their general now? Oh, there.
Yeah, he's gone on in, which is, I think, a good sign. I'm going to inspire. I would love to rally. We'll be able to do that soon. It's a proper melee on the bridge.
Yeah, look at that.
Again, like, there are...
How can they even fight?
Mistakes... I'm fine hitting them. Mistakes were made here, but... I think we're okay. We do have another set of light spear infantry we can send in, and I think it probably makes sense to do so. Uh-oh. Okay.
I'm gonna have to shoot off.
That is acceptable and expected. So I appreciate, Steve. I can finish off the battle. I think you'll just disappear in the corner.
Okay.
But we appreciate you coming along, Steve.
Thank you.
You know, for the next 3 minutes, it's just going to be the meat grind on the bridge, and then we'll finish off. I mean, if I don't win, then you'll never know because I'll replay this off stream and win it. and had just to put the phalanx there first.
Well, I am totally just going to watch the VOD to catch the end of it.
We'll all band together and we'll make sure you never really know. Will two endings.
Get in there and delete it. Yeah, clip it down quick.
We practically have like no ammunition left. All right. Well, thank you very much, Steve. We will.
You can do it. You can do it.
Catch you on the next one.
Thank you, everybody. Great to see you guys. Thanks for the chat. Yeah, let me know, Josh, if you want to do one next week.
I will.
And
We'll see where the patch lands. I don't know if I'm going to be crazy for this, but I've dismounted my leader and I've sent him in.
Good luck.
Thank you.
On that note.
If I see in the chat someone said that was a ridiculous thing to do, I'll undo it. But otherwise, I don't want to charge him into spears.
Good luck, Josh.
Thank you, Steve. See you on the other side. Okay. Oh, he's gone. And I can't even get rid of his name. It's like the ghost of Steve is going to be sat with us. I mean, it sounds like you should be retreating. Look. Cutting my losses. I think this is still relatively winnable. If I can get a rear charge from this cavalry. Do they have? Oh, these are the bow cavalry. I think we all just have to agree that if this doesn't go our way, that we don't tell Steve. Can they sneak through? A little bit. Oh. There we go. That surely. Surely that'll do it. There we go. That's the wavering. You attacked across a bridge. Look. I understand I didn't put my phalanx in a defensive position. I also, to my credit, and I don't know if credit's the right word, did forget that I had a phalanx unit. So it's less that I chose to not, and more I forgot about them, which is its own form of mistake. Okay, I think we've broken the bridge, and I think that's probably going to be the main pain point. Yes, this is the Divide Et Imperia mod, which adds in a lot more systems into kind of base game Rome. We've played it with the HD textures, I think, for several factions. So if things look a bit different, as well as are playing a bit different, that'll be why. Your cavalry about to sandwich. I think my cavalry is dead, and I think that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Yeah, there's definitely a balance that we have between sitting and thinking about what the absolute best move is, and just making sure we actually do play something. And my lack of impulse control means usually we're just doing the first thing that we think about doing. Okay, we are very nearly out of ammo. People talking about the cavalry when the infantry's gone. Yeah, this is become more of a meat grind than I thought it was going to be. So the cavalry isn't dead, to be fair. They are holding their own quite well, but we've got a lot more units coming in. We don't need a rally yet. This is the moment you retreat. You can reform your hoplites. I could, and they are the least damaged. Okay. This, I accept that we may be in some trouble here, so let's try and do this. Because we have... The only advantage we really had was the ability to pepper them from the side, and that advantage is gone. Am I going to take damage if I pull back through my own phalanx? No. Okay. Then let's just try and pull back a little bit. Okay. We have... Do we want to be sending people around the river? Surely it won't take. It will take too long. Okay, we've pulled out a lot of what we got here. Let's just reform our melee lines here. Okay, ammo is gone. These guys are all effectively useless now. So by thinking what we could do is try and pull back a bit, have these guys ready on the flanks, and just get a encirclement going. Okay, that seems to be what other people are saying. Send your remaining horsemen. I have horsemen? Oh, fantastic. Yeah, let's do that. And let's all watch as they somehow run into those stakes. Okay. Okay. This is winnable. Right, we're going to slowly pull back. I did not expect them to turn around. Is there the button that doesn't? It's fine. Oh, that was the worst mistake I could have possibly made. And that is probably it for us. They turned. Yes, it's all come too late. But hold on, maybe it isn't too late. Come on, come back to me. Okay. We just need a good old encirclement of what's there. We need them to eventually... These horses are never gonna... Guys, they're never gonna make it. Surely Josh isn't Pharaoh units can't walk. Look, I've learned that the hard way, alright? I've learned a lot of things the hard way here. I assume we need the general to be getting involved here. Like, he's dead either way. These guys are not back. Are they going to come back? You've got this, we all believe, guys. This is... I don't think that's what's going to happen. We could do a war cry at least. Do I pick one? Yeah. Okay. Do I just want to be getting as many bodies in? What happened to Steve? He's gone. Are we getting news for Warhammer 3 this week? Steve was saying he wanted to do some form of update on Friday about the next patch. The aim for that was to get that out next week, but there are still some bits that need to slot. My cab didn't die to stakes. Oh god. Look. This battle may be repeated at the start of the next stream, depending on how things go. We can just trim the end of this off, and Steve will never have to know. They have a lot... Look, they have a lot of spears, okay? Okay. If we can just break what's there. Come on, 0 to 10%. Horse. Come on. Oh, they've turned back around. They've turned back around. We've got another rally. I don't think a rally's going to help us. I'd love to... Warcry the Lemorale. I'd love to do that in 20 seconds. There's just a lot of them still coming. Unit in the back came back. Okay, fantastic. Okay. I'm assuming, guys, I don't want to try and... Do I want to try and phalanx them here? I guess so. For me, I've always thought of, like, a phalanx when I'm mixed in with other units I tend to not do. But maybe that's just me wanting it to look nice. If Lionheart's here, I really hope he has not witnessed much of what's gone on here. Yes, yes. And we kind of have side support. Okay. At least make sure they're rested. How are they feeling? They're tired. It could be worse for them. Alright, we are going to need that. I think we are going to need that rally. Okay. Someone's going to get war-cried. But no one... I don't think anyone yet. They should not be allowed to just pull through. Okay. It's so many... It's so many people in... It's whenever someone in chat saying, oh no, it's knowing that, yeah, this probably is an oh no. Okay. This was a... such a massacre. I told Steve I could do this in 10 minutes. Okay. I appreciate everyone reminding me of where all my units are and who I should be using at these times, because it's there's a lot of death that's gone on in this battle. Okay, cavalry, if they can just try and ignore those who are routing and just try and push through. If we can just keep pushing. Okay. Oh, good point as well. Alright, let's just get them chased down. I hope I'm not about to choke point myself again. I do not want to see what the numbers for the end of this battle look like. Oh god, they've come back. They're the light guys, right? Yeah, that's... I mean, after this battle, if anything attacks us that isn't countered heavily by ranged units, that's going to be a problem for me. They are coming back, though. I don't know if I... Yeah, maybe I think the correct approach here is to do what we should have done from the very start, which is to phalanx the bridge. Okay. But maybe I want to phalanx here. I have the numbers here, right? So I don't necessarily want them... I don't necessarily want them to be able to fight me in a choke point. So if I phalanx here, because I can war cry as soon as they get here. Okay. This makes sense. What we did just worked. And that's why we're going to do the exact thing again. Oh, this is why we need Steve, who just spouts historical facts as we go along. Any chance of more information on Siege of Warhammer 3? I asked about that a couple of days ago. I didn't have anything that I could talk about in time for this, but it's not fallen off the radar. Roger in the community inbox had a bit of a chat about that as well, of like the reason, because what I posed to him was the question of why is it taking as long as it is. So it's worth having a listen to that if you haven't had the chance. Oh, I thought that was the wrong unit. Okay. That's fine. Alright, if we wait for one. Just wait for one of them to start wavering. Okay. Let's see if we can start something off here. There we go. Blimey. And then we run in. Come on. Please. It's going to take so long to recover. Okay, we have won it. That'll be that. There we go. I guess I do kind of want to just run down as many of them as I can. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'll start running these guys down and also wrapping up at the same time. I'll just have a look and see if there's any questions from you guys that I can answer. If you could have one character in game for Warhammer 3, who would it be and why? If you're referring to like a character who isn't currently in game, that is a tough question, because we've got a lot of the characters that I like in game. The problem is I do have answers, but I don't know if I can say them, because most of the ones I know are because we're working on them. If they were pikemen, that would be easier. Yes. You can use your bodyguard. His horses are long gone, I'm afraid. He's not catching up to anyone. We just got to make sure that this doesn't happen again at the next one. Those horses abandoned us, and honestly, don't blame them at all. It was the right decision. It's the only way to have saved the horses. But yes, thank you very much everyone who tuned in. I know we went on a little bit longer than Steve could last, and a little bit longer than we'd laid out, but we'll be here doing something like this, either a history hangout or some Warhammer 3 Couch Commanders. We'll be doing that next week, and we will pick this back up at some point if it isn't next week. What about that 3K stream? I have booked that in. That has a date. In fact, I booked that in properly today. So that will be happening. I will probably have to get a brand new save. But yes, we are going to be doing that. And my whole screen's gone black. Will it come back? Well, at least it lets us see the numbers. Honestly, I thought I'd have lost a lot more than that. So I'll take only 1,700. I swear, if this doesn't save, if this crashes, I've still got music. If it crashes, then I'll replay this off stream, use the phalanx from the start, and we'll all pretend that that's what happened the whole time. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, everyone. We'll see if tabbing out of this is going to affect it as well. But appreciate you coming along, and Steve will fill you guys in on there we go, on if anything happens with the next Warhammer 3 patch. Otherwise, we will see you when we see you next time. Thank you very much, everyone.